That's so weird. I had the same bit of advice from one of the girls in my class just last week. What's with that? Why can't we all have fun together? Y'all really want to find a special person that badly? I don't think he's never had a battler partner like that, battler. Oh, you probably run together like that at some point. Just gotta wait it out. What? It sounds like you've already found a partner like that. What about you? Have you gotten a boyfriend? Huh? And me? Well, no. Come on, that reaction is so easy to understand. From the looks of it, there's some boy who you've been thinking about, but you haven't been able to confess to him yet. Something like that. No, that's, damn it, jackass, who cares about me? You're the one who brought up the subject. Why you have to go and get mad at me? Women are creatures who always ask questions, yet they almost never answer them. What cruel creatures, seriously. Well, okay. I did try. Confess once. Well, I struck out badly. Did I say sorry? No, well, it was really one-sided. They were just like taken aback, I guess. It's like they didn't even view me that way. I can understand that. You talk just like a man. You don't act alone. Tell me, you'll be able to taste a man's heart, you know? Is it really the way I speak? Is the way I speak really that bad? Well, your talk isn't everything, but if someone like you, who usually talks badly, only start making an effort to talk nicely, that takes courage, and that might really get some guys' hearts something. Maybe. Really? I see. Yeah. Jessica had suddenly started speaking neatly and was faintly blushing. I see, even though her confession didn't go well, it looks like she still hasn't given up. But yeah, I totally get that. Ever seen how close George Aniki and Shan-chan have gotten? It's no wonder she'd start wanting a boyfriend. 6 years. Those 6 years of beauty are pretty important and they go by so fast. With the typhoon approaching, the clouds have grown steadily grayer. And even so, I had this really refreshing feeling. Maybe I'll start thinking more seriously about the opposite sex, more than just the size of their boobs. By the way, you know George Aniki's going out with the servant, Shannon-chan. Not you as well, right? Why would you think that?
そういや、バラ庭園で挨拶した。
I'm thinking of that young kid Kanika who greeted us in the rose garden.
口下手だからって。
Covered for him quite a bit just considering he was bad at talking, didn't you?
いや、そんなことは。
No, that's not it.
じゃあさ、これだけは。
Then tell me just this one thing.
今、この瞬間。ジェシカが狙ってる
Is the
男
boat you're
は
after somewhere within 1
半径
kilometer?
1キロ以内にいるか？
いや、それは。
Well, that's I don't know. Kanika is the only boy on the side now who could possibly become her boyfriend. Judging my reaction, probably right on. I don't think of the Ushiro family as an old family, but two people in love with servants. Ever have dreamed that 2 pairs of Romeo and Juliet would be right next to me? Auntie Eva will probably become an obstacle for George Aniki and Shan Chan's love. If Auntie Eva learns that the partner of her only son, the apple of her eye, is Shannon Chan, probably scream at her with cries of wretched servant, homewrecker, and so forth. The relationship between Jessica and Ken would probably be just as full of difficulties. And Achi seems to be the type to be strict about that kind of thing. After all, Jessica's husband would probably become the head of the Ushiromiya family in the future. If that person had once been a servant working for the family, well, now things would be complicated.
ま、人の恋路なんてそれぞれさ。
Well, everyone finds love their own way.
一緒にいて楽しい相手とつがいになりゃいいじゃねえか。
Cares as long as you find someone you enjoy life with.
つがいってのは
Even if someone doesn't require any permission as long as two people accept each other.
親がどうこう
What about your parents or your family that you
どうこ
lose?
うなんて気にしたら負けだぜ。それを忘れるなよ。
Don't forget that.
半端な気持ちで付き合うんじゃねえ
You
ぜ。
can't go out with someone with half-hearted feelings.
恋もしたことねえくせに。
Well, you say something so philosophical sounding when you've never even been in love.
恋は損得感情でするなよ。
Don't treat love like a matter of profit and
ア
loss.
ートでしろよ。
It's about heart.
俺が言いたいことはそんだけさ。
That's all I want to say.
See
Well then,
you again. Have a nice day.
see you again. Have a nice day.
長寿兄さん、シャーノン、聞いて。
Georgie-san, Shannon, listen.
パートだったらこいつ。
This guy used another one of his lines.
何も言ってないって。何も言ってないって。
I didn't say anything. Don't make fun of me. Don't make fun of me.
マリア聞いてた。See you again.
I heard. See you again. For a while, we forgot about the wind getting stronger and played around the beach. This meeting with my cousin had grown so much over these last 6 years, we're thoroughly enjoying their youth, felt really, truly refreshing. It's a little late now, but I realized I should have the hatch a lot sooner returned to the Shinomiya family.
いとこ同士ってのもたまにはいいもんだな。
It sure is nice to spend time together as cousins every once in a while. I like it with all the cousins together. It's fun.
そうだな。
That's right.
俺たちももういい年なんだ。
That we're already
別
old
に親
enough.
がいなくても会えるだろう。
It's not like we couldn't meet each other when our parents aren't around.
たまにはいとこだけで集まって遊ぶのも悪くないかもしれないな。
And that'd be a bad idea for just his cousins to meet up and play around every once in a while.
それはいい提案だね。
That's a good plan.
いつかそういう
Maybe we
機会
should
を
set
設け
something
て
up,
もいいかもし
something
れないね。
like that someday.
同感だね。
I agree.
私たちいとこはいつまでもずっと仲良しがいいよ。
I like for his cousin at least to always be friendly with each other.
おいおい。
Hey, hey, if you put that emphasis there, doesn't that make it sound like our normal families don't get
普
along
段
well?
の親戚同士の仲が悪いように聞こえちまうぜ。
George and Aniki laughed, but it felt just a little strained. Did I say too much? Thinking about our parents and made quiet expressions in entire faces every once in a while during the boat ride in the airport? Maybe that's something I shouldn't have said.
そうだな。
That's
ジェ
right.
シカの言う通
Just
り
like Jessica said,
俺たちはいつまでも
let's always be friendly with each other. Ew, ew.
マリアも一緒。
Me too.
みんな仲良し。
Everyone friendly.
そうだね。
That's right.
うん。
Yeah.
僕たちはいつだっ
Always be
て
together.
みんな一緒だよ。みんな仲良しだよ。
We'll always be friendly.
私たち何恥ずかしいこと言い合ってんだろう
Man, we're saying some pretty embarrassing stuff.
な。なんだか照れちまう
Kind
ぜ
of。feel awkward.
でもとても大切なことだと思いますよ。
I think this is very important.
人は願わ
It's really hard for you to always be friendly.
いつ
We
まで
won't
も
always
一緒
be
にい
together.
ることどころ
Unless they
か
wish for it.
仲良くいることさえ難しい生き物なのですから。
そうだね。
That's right.
みんなが仲良く
We
いら
really
れる
can't
ことを
take everyone being friendly
決
for
して当たり
granted.
前なことだと思ってはいけないね。
Ooh,
知り合いの魔女が言ってた。
a witch I know said it.
幸せは
Happiness will
みんな
return
が
us.
信
Everyone
じなく
believes
ち
in
ゃ
it.
叶わないんだって。
確かにね。
That's true.
信じる力には魔法が宿るかもしれない。
Maybe some magic exists in the power of belief.
それを全員が信じたな
If you all
ら、
believe in it, I'm sure it will bring us
幸せを
happiness.
運んできてくれるだろうね。
よし、
Alright.
なら恥ずかしいことのついでだ。私たちはみんな
Let's
で
swear
信
to
じ合
believe
って誓
together,
おうぜ
alright?
みんないつまでも仲良しで、いつまでも幸せでいようって。
That will always be friendly, and that will always be happy. Screw becoming like our parents. Searching each other's weaknesses, going over grandfather's version, screw all that forever.
おう
Alright.
俺たちはみんな
Always be friends
い
and
つまで
friendly
も
and
仲良し
happy.
で幸せだ。それをみんなで信じようぜ。
And let's all believe in it. Now, how long has that been? How much fun we were having? It didn't stop the dark clouds from approaching Rokujima. I wonder if the typhoon will pass and show us the refreshing sky before we leave this island. Who gives a crap about what our parents are plotting? Who gives a crap about the inheritance in the honor of an old family? We're so young and every one of us believes together that we can all be happy. So, I want this day to end without anything weird occurring in peace and happiness and calmness. No, not I want it to end. Please, let it end.
終わるかよ
In your dreams! Damn it!
お前は
Don't show up, don't appear!
クソクソクソ
Damn it, damn it, damn!
待たせたな
Sorry to keep you waiting.
ようやく
The game has
新し
finally
いゲ
been
ームの
prepared.
用意が整ったぞさあさあ始めようではないか惨劇の物語を
Come, let's begin this tale of tragedy.
訪れよ
Come to me,
雨よ
rain,
風よ
winds,
台風
typhoon.
よこの島をうつしおより切り離す
Cut this island off from the real world.
異界へ
I
魔
throw a
界
rogue
へ
dream into another world,
幻想
into the
界
netherworld,
毒
into a
剣
land
島を
of
放
fantasy.
り込め
And so, I shall repeat for the third time. However, before the endless switch, what point was there in counting 1, 2, 3? There's probably no point at all. After all, this tale fantasy would be repeated unseen. The match was settled, and neither battle or the witch surrendered. As the sky grew dark and cloudy, the rain and winds were summoned together and became a typhoon. And Maria could be seen in the rose garden, paying no mind to the rain that had started falling. Going around in circles, searching for that single rose which he had surely marked.
ない
Not here, not here.
目印をつけたマリア
Rosie Mark, the rose isn't here. Mary definitely remembered. That rose had been in the flower bed right here. And yet it wasn't. Didn't know what to do with her irritation not being able to find something which should have been there. And moaning bitterly, she couldn't help but keep going back and forth in circles around the same spot. She was acting almost as though she would be able to see it if she looked at it from a different angle. But as try as might, there's no way she would find something that wasn't there. The wind grew increasingly stronger. The rain turned into large, cold drops. There was no way Maria wasn't bothered by this. However, if she couldn't find a rose here, it would surely disappear forever. Maria believed that. That feeling spurred her on to keep searching for a rose that she had no chance of finding. Just then, the cold drops of rain that were terminating Maria were suddenly blocked. Ooh? Maria raised her head. When she did, she saw that an umbrella was open there, protecting her from the rain. No holding an umbrella was the witch she admired, Beto. Beatrice!
このような雨に何を必死になっているのよ
What are you doing so frantically in the middle of all this rain?
体を冷やせば
You could
風邪を
catch a cold like this.
魔女た
Even witches have to care for their
め
own
自らの
health.
健康も気遣いたいものよマリアのねバラが見つからない
My rose! I can't find it!
の
Ooh, ooh.
何度探して
Alright, how
も
many times I
こ
search?
こにあったはず
No, it's definitely here.
見つからないの
Can't find it. Maria told Beatrice about how there had been a slightly unhealthy, pitiful rose, and how she was sure she had marked it there. Oh, And you can't find it. If you're a witch apprentice, you should use magic to search for the rose. At least as long as you search with merely your eyes, it won't be nearly enough. Ew. Can't find it. I did my best. I tried to search with magic, but can't find it. Well, this is some idea for practicing your magic. It might be a little too much for you with all this wind and rain, though. Allow me to lend you some of my special power. Concern for one's disciples is also among the duties of a master. Thank you! Beatrice! Maria's face, which had been full of sadness until just now, split open to a wide grin. Maria knew. She knew there was nothing Beatrice's magic couldn't do. She was sure that Beatrice could easily be able to find the rose that she couldn't find herself. Beatrice closed her eyes lightly, acting as though she was listening to something in all this wind and rain. Then she heard it, opened her eyes, and spoke. All things in this world are transitory. It is unfortunate, Maria. It seems your rose can withstand all this wind and rain. Yeah? And my roses. It was uprooted by the wind. It is no longer of this world. What Beatrice had said was certainly plausible. There was nothing odd about the flower being broken off the stem of this strong wind. However, Mira couldn't accept this and barely gave a low-pitched moan. No! Oh. No, 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 no! It's my rose! My rose has to come back! Beatrice, teach you how to revive a rose with magic! Huh. It's much too early for an apprentice like you to learn the hidden art of the endless magic. Know your place. Know your place. Mary wiped the tears from her eyes full of regret. Seeing that expression which invited pity, Beatrice shrugged her shoulders and chuckled. Very well. I will lend you the power of the hidden art that can revive a rose. Really? Yes. Well then, conjuring the power of your heart. Close your eyes. Forget the rain. Forget the wind. Search for the soul of the wanting rose with the eyes of your heart. Ooh. Maria closed her eyes. Then she repeated Beatrice's poem-like words. Come, try to remember. Rose, what form did you have? Come, Try to remember.
バラよ
Pose.
そなたが
What
どん
form
な
did you
姿を
have?
していたのか
見る
Don't look.
聞くの
Don't listen.
そして
And
信じる
Believe.
肉の檻に
Release the power of your soul from the cage of flesh that imprisons it.
解放する
That's it.
良いぞ
That's it. Good. Around Maria, who was concentrating her power, her eyes tightly shut, small golden butterflies began to dance. Was this a manifestation of the magical power Maria held?
さまよいしバラの魂
Lost soul of the rose,
今一度
gather into one
そしてそ
and
の姿
remember
を
your
思い出す
form. Come, gather, remember. The glitter of the gold butterflies began to strengthen, their numbers increased. Then Beatrice raised a finger to the sky, and they began to gather the tip of her fingertip. This was a miracle of the golden magic, and the gold butterflies began to condense into a single dazzling grain of gold. It was a single seed, glittering gold. It sat on the tip of Beatrice's finger, budded into a golden sprout, and opened into a golden leaf. It then slowly fell from the fingertip, sank into the mud of flower bed, and began to grow steadily. Maria, who had admired magic and witches, was really wanted to see this fantastical sight. However, as an apprentice, Maria was still not qualified to see it. No, she was probably afraid that, if she opened her eyes to look, the power of her heart's concentration would be interrupted, and magic would be lost. Therefore, it was Beatrice, the one permitted to lay eyes on that golden miracle, who was the one and only witch and the master of many miracles. Then the fully grown rose bloomed, creating one golden flower. And when Beatrice poked it with her finger in just the right way, the gold-colored spark was shattered, as if the gold soap bubble had popped, and what remained was a single beautiful rose. It looks like you remembered a splendid rose. However, if we just leave it mixed in with those other roses, you won't be able to tell it apart. Shall I perform one last service? Beatrice, for the sake of her cute apprentice's wish, who was moaning even more now in concentration, decided to cast one more little spell. She snapped her fingers and a single gold butterfly appeared, flew around and landed on a flower that had just been revived. Then suddenly burst open and disappeared, becoming golden lace and marking the flower. That is sufficient. Maria, you may open your eyes now. Where's the rose? Not here. Not here. Not over there. Over here. Look. I've marked it with golden lace. Wow! You did! Awesome, 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 awesome! Thank you, Pito! Thank you, Pito! I want to become a witch quickly! A great witch like Pito! And you can. Long ago, I too wished for that instantly, just as you do. and have attained that level.
至ったのか。
Maria was ecstatic at the revived Rose, clapping her hands and jumping around in joy. Watching that, Beatrice also smiled, looking fairly pleased. Now, if I try, I can break or repair any soul, not just that of a rose, and kill and revive as I please. The very crave of the storm has closed Rokujima off from the real world. Now it's time for the Golden Witch, the Endless Witch, Beatrice, to descend. Beatrice pulled from her pocket an envelope with a family crest, the one-winged eagle, and gave it to Maria. She would be the witch's messenger. So, Kinzo, I've come to join in on your fun once again.
わらわの準備
My
はすでに
preparations are
万端。
already complete.
そなたの
What about you?
今宵のゲーム
I see
に
you
かけ
prepared
る
enough
コイン
coins to
の
bet
よ
in
う
tonight's game.
十分であろうな。
Naturally, I am fully prepared, Beatrice. Naturally, I am fully prepared, Beatrice. I have prepared pieces in abundance. I am both ready physically and mentally. So let me pay the ante. All that you have again should be returned to you in the end. Now, take it! Enzo flung the window of his study wide open, took off the reasonably large golden ring which had been on his finger, and threw in the darkness of the... The ring was struck by lightning after twinkling gold for an instant disappeared. Enzo watched it go, grinning broadly and fearlessly. I don't see myself losing. You are mine. Forever. The ring that Kinja had thrown became a single gold butterfly and fluttered around in the wind and the rain. It headed for the rose garden, almost as though it was being guided there. It then found the figure of a golden witch and fluttered down. When it arrived right in front of Beatrice, it burst in a flash of gold and returned to its original form of ring, flipping into the air. It seemed as if it would simply fall back in a pot of water, but suddenly stopped in midair, almost as if some transparent person had caught it. Somehow, this seemed unexpected even to Bito. Oh, don't... However, she soon realized who it was and grinned broadly at it. As she did, the figure of a person who caught the ring began to fuzzily appear. It was the figure of a young man wearing a butler's uniform embroidered with a one-ringed eagle crest. There's no man like this among the servants to the Ushiromiya family. So Beatrice laughed as though it was someone she remembered fondly.
牢の上か。
Ronove, is it?
随分久
It's
しぶり
been
に
quite some
見たな。
time.
わらわのことを
It
覚
seems
え
you
て
have remembered me.
そなたは
You always were a man who was serious about loyalty.
長いご無沙汰を頂戴しておりました。
It has been a very long time since your last corresponded.
このロノ、
There's not been a single day that I, Rono, have forgotten that I served you, my lady.
それよりも
Indeed, I was more fearful that you had forgotten about me, my lady.
私をお忘れになられたのではないかとヒヤヒヤしておりました。何しろ
I have, after all,
お
known
嬢
you to be
様
quite
は
forgetful.
大層忘れっぽくていらっしゃいますので。
なるほど。
I see, yes.
確かにわら
It
わ
seems
は
I
忘れ
do
やすい
forget easily.
そなたの皮肉を 聞くまで思い出せ
I couldn't even remember your Rai speech until I heard it again. Who's not inserting herself, apparently.
お嬢様これを
For you, my lady. With an exaggerated yet elegant gesture, he bowed respectfully, and held out Beatrice the head's ring that he had just caught.
後ろ宮金蔵より返還され
It
ま
is
し
the Ushiromiya family head's ring, returned to you from Ushiromiya Kinzo.
た指輪は再
It
び
is now once again in the possession of its master. Indeed.
金蔵に
The
よる
proclamation by
ゲーム
Kinzo
の
that the
開
game has
始
started.
確かに受け取っ
I
た
acknowledge receipt.
さて今宵はどのようなお遊びになさいまし
How
ょう
would you like to play tonight?
早速
Shall I prepare the
ルーレットを
roulette
ご用意いたしましょ
immediately?
うかそれとも
Or shall I prepare
まず
some
は
black
紅茶をご
tea
用意いたし
first?
ましょうか
どちらにしようか迷う
Both sound attractive.
とりあえ
But
ず
for now, I
そなた
suspect
の
I need you to
挨拶が
greet
必要
someone.
であろうなあやつめ開いた口が塞がらぬというよう
I'm
な
quite sure that man has his mouth hanging open and can't shut it.
なあ
Right. Battler.
はじめまして
Greetings.
自己紹介をいた
Allow
し
me
ま
to
す
introduce myself.
ベアトリーチェお嬢様のおそばにてお仕えしておりますロノウェと申します
I'm Ronova. Vey, and I serve the sign of my lady Beatrice.
どうぞよろしくお願い申し上げますよ
It is truly a pleasure to meet you.
ほらな
See? His mouth hanging open, he can't shut it
ないという
right.
顔であろう
当たり前だろ
Isn't that obvious? Another incomprehensible guy just appeared.
ヤギ頭が盆踊りを始めるのかとぼやい
I crumb with that goat-head people would start doing the bond dance, and they would start showing up in swarms.
太もも姉ちゃんたちが7人も出てきて
Just then, not only have those 7 sexy ass babes appeared, how many butlers have goddamn showed up?
わけわかん
Doesn't
ねえ
make
よ
sense.
もういい
Cut
加
it
減
out.
にしやがれよ
ところでバトラ
By the way, Battler,
ー気づいていたか
did you notice?
こやつとそ
Have you realized that you're meeting him? It's a true
これが
devil's
本当
fruit.
の悪魔の証明であることを気づいたかな
悪魔の証明だと
A devil's proof?
どういう意味だよ
What do you mean?
こやつはこう見えても
He man lovely. This guy is a genuine demon with his name amongst the 72.
生粋の悪魔でなつまりわらわは悪魔を直接連れてきて
In other words, I brought a demon right in front of you, which surely proves that they exist.
ロノウェは地獄に爵位を
Runove holds a noble rank in hell, the 27th highest ranked great demon.
なかなかに使える男で
He's a pretty useful man.
高級で
I
召し上
summoned at a
が
high cost and
わ
made
ら
him
わ
serve
の世
me.
話をさせておるのだ
ご紹介いただけまして
It is an honor to be introduced to you.
地獄の貴
While my
族
name is
に
amongst those of the nobles of hell,
今は卑しい人間の分際
I now serve as the head furniture of Beatrice-sama, a vulgar human and great witch from whom even demons would flee in fear.
頭として使える身ですよ
実に使える男なのだが何しろ口の減らぬやつでな
He's a very useful man, but he's impotent with his words.
時に主への敬いを
It's slightly
忘
frustrating
れ
that he
る
sometimes forgets to respect his master.
言葉遣いに関しましては
There's nothing in my contract regarding the way in which I must speak. Crazy.
そのように契約を変更いたします
Would you like to change that contract?
わらわも退屈せぬ
It
から
doesn't
それ
bore
で
me,
いい
so it's fine. You just turn her back to him, cackling. After bowing once to her back, Renove turned back to Balor and stuck out his right hand, showing off an innocent smile. Normally, this would mean that he was asking for a handshake. What? What is this supposed to be? I'm also one who has been subjected to my lady whims. In that sense, I'm sure that we could become great friends. This is a handshake of friendship. Of course, it does not mean you be entered a demon's contract, so rest assured. Sorry, but I'm right in the middle of a big fight with your master. Only shake friend, hand to them after one of those situations like you find in teen dramas. They beat each other up in a rainy schoolyard and all worn out. Remember that. I see. And to shake hands with the Balor-sama, I must create a fitting atmosphere in a suitable location. Everyone must exchange body language and sweet words that ring true to your heart. I find a super opportunity to prepare such a location. I too love those kind of situations, you know? Laughing tauntingly, Rono whispered that to Balor with his face so close that their noses were almost touching. Balor, his face turning red, being so close to another same sex, pushed him away. You're a creepy bastard. I see. That's right for Beto's butler. It is an honor to receive such high words of praise. I'm very calm night tea brewing ability, so please look forward to tea time. Baking cookies is one of my hobbies, so I encourage you to have high expectations for the tea cakes and such. Just what I would expect from a pair of the same gender. You start to get along quite well. I'm jealous. My, I must apologize for making you jealous, my lady. I will not stealthily snatch your guest away from you.
それではこれより他の家具どもに再び家具頭に着任いたしましたことを挨拶してまいります。
Well then, I will leave for now to greet the rest of the furniture and inform that I have taken my position as head furniture.
しばしの暇をお許
Please
しください。
forgive my short absence.
権限しているのは
Only the common goats and seven sisters used the ritual have manifested
儀式役の
themselves.
7姉妹だけだ。挨拶も楽に終わろう。
You'll be able to finish up greeting them with ease.
おや
Oh,
あの賑やかな
those lively seven sisters are here.
やんちゃ娘
I
たち
wonder whether those naughty girls have
少し
grown a
は
little more
お一人で成
graceful.
長したでしょうか。
あれがおしとやかだってんなら
That's great, so I don't have to doubt the definition of graceful.
そうでございますか。
Is that so?
七姉妹どもとはもうお遊びになられ
It
た
seems you have
の
already
です
enjoyed some playtime with the seven sisters.
その表情から察
Judging by your expression, it seems they are just as naughty as they were before.
メアトリーチェ様にお仕えするにふさわしい振る舞いをするようにといつも言っているのに。
Even though I always sound them like more fitting as a group of those who serve Beatrice Sama.
困った子たちだ。
What troublesome kids.
その意味でなら安心しろよ。
If that's your problem, don't worry. They actually act perfectly fitting for their
ふ
master.
さわしい振る舞いだぜ。
You have
そ
started
な
to
た
grow
も
some
言うように
guts.
なったな。しかし会話は相手を
However,
認
to have
めると
conversations
いう
acknowledge the person you are talking to.
わらわとの雑
Now that
談
I've
に
started
応じる
responding
よう
to
に
my
な
elder
った
shattering,
と
that is proof that you're gradually starting to
そな
accept
た
my
がわらわの存在を
existence.
徐々に認め始めているし
Heh.
たとえお天道様が西から昇るこ
As
と
you
が
guess,
あ
even
ろ
if
う
the
と
sun starts rising in the west, I would definitely never accept that you're a
も
witch.
しねえからな。泣いて俺の
If
靴
you
に
start
キス
crying
して
kissing my shoes, I might be willing to have a bit more of a constructive discussion. Even if Fowler was bluffing, he still spoke forcefully, a fearless expression on his face. The Witcher and Butler snickered together, realizing their guest had regained more than enough of his willpower to take on a new game. And that the preparations were complete. After Rono exchanged a few words with Beatrice, he bowed silently to Ballor, scouted to go to Belfast, and disappeared. It is truly pleasing when everything gets so lively.
この島にたった一人閉じ込められ己の力を取り戻せず
How boring were those days when I was trapped alone on this island, unable to regain my power and without anyone to talk to.
あの気持ち悪いやつがお前に似合いの
I
羊
get
だ
how
って
that
ことは
creepy
よ
ass
くわ
guy
か
is
る
really fitting as your butler.
だが教えろ。
But tell me,
その羊が
why has that butler only
な
appeared
ぜ今
now?
頃になって現れた。権限しているのは
He said something about how only the goats and the seven state chicks had manifested themselves.
とかなんとか言ったな。どういう意味だ。
What did that mean?
うん
Yes.
そなたは
You still
抗
fight
って
it,
お
but
り
I am a fully fledged
わらわは
witch.
れっきとした魔女だ魔界に
I'm in contact with a good many
人なら
non-human
ざる
entities
あ
in the
またの存在
netherworld.
と交流を持っておる
だろうな。
I'm sure.
お前の関
None of
係
your
には
contacts are halfway
ろく
near
な連中
decent.
がいねえぜ。ヤギの化け物に
For some
人
goat
もねえ
monsters and those sexy ass
そ
babes,
して
and this time a
今
demon
度は
butler
悪魔
showed
の
up.
羊と来たわけだ。まさかとは思うが
I don't want to say it.
こ
There
の
better
調子
not
で
be
ま
more
だ
and
お
more
か
of
し
these
な
weird
連中が
guys
増えて
coming.
んじゃ
わらわの
How much treasure do you think I have serving at my great goated mansion? How many demons do you think visit me there?
まだまだ訪れる
They will keep coming.
いくらでも現
They will
れ
appear
る
in any number.
黄金鏡の扉を開く
When the door to the old land is opened, I will call back all my furniture, build my new castle here in
このロッキン
Rokujima.
島に新たなる城を建てるのだそして懐
Then
か
I
しき
plan to
友
invite
人
all
た
my
ち
old
全
friends,
て
and we
を
shall
招
drink
き
and dance together for
3
3 days and 3 nights.
踊り明かしてやるつもりよ無論金蔵の一族たちも
I do also plan to invite Kinzo's family, of course. You too, if you wish.
つまりこういうこと
So let me get this straight.
お前は長いこ
You
と
lost
力
your
を失
power
って
for
い
a
た
long
ため
time, you couldn't
そい
stop.
つらを呼び出せなかったとそれで
And your magic power's been recovering gradually, so you've been able to summon more and more
次々
monsters.
化け物を呼び出せるようになったとそう言いたい
Is
わ
that
け
what you're trying to say?
そういうことだ
It is as you say.
そなたは最後の一戦でこそギリギリ
You
踏み
managed
と
to
どま
avoid
って
taking that final step off the cliff.
その心は
Your heart is already wavering, you're unable to deny that I
我ら
am a
が魔女
witch.
であることを否定できずにいるその心のぐらつきが
That wavering in your heart has let me restore my power as a
少しず
witch.
つ蘇らせているのだ
あの気色悪い羊が現れたのは
You're
俺が
saying
仕掛
that
けてい
creepy
るからだ
butler
と
appeared
いうのかよ
because they started to surrender?
そうだ
That's right.
そなたは
Bit by bit, you are surrendering to me.
わらわに屈している 前回のゲ
You
ーム
submitted me so much in the last game that I received all that humiliation, did you
わらわ
not?
に屈服したではないか。
Your back was truly pleasant for throwing my feet up on, I'll have you know. Damn it.
俺は
I thought that as long as I didn't accept you, I'd be able to keep on going.
現状は維持できると思っていた。だがそれは
Apparently I was
ど
mistaken.
うやら誤解だったらしいな。
そうだ。
That's right.
そなたが屈服に近づ
The
けば
closer you get to
近づく
submitting, the more the game will
ゲ
swing
ー
in
ムはわら
my
わに有利
favor.
に傾いていく。チェスだってそうだ。
Isn't chess the same?
互いのキング
In
を
the process of
詰め合う
cornering each other's king,
駒を取り合って
we have traded several pieces.
確かにわらわは
It is true
未だ
that I've
そな
yet
た
to
の
corner
キン
your
グを追い
king.
詰めてはおらぬ。しかしそなたは
However, you have your hands full just enabling your king to escape. Have lost several important pieces to me and conceded a large
莫大
advantage.
なアドバンテージを失っておるわ。後の展開がわらわに有利に傾
It's only natural that further advances will lean in my favor. Damn it.
そなたはおそらくこれから
As we continue, we'll probably so succeed in frantically avoiding my checkmates, if nothing else.
だが
However, as you do, I will steal your important pieces from you
そなた
one
の
by
黄金を
one.
次々に奪っていく。やがてはキン
In
グ
the
以
end, we
外
have
の
lost
全
everything
て
but
を
your
失う
king, and we receive a true
どのよう
checkmate
な形で
from
も
which we will
逃れ
deny
ることの
any
か
form
な
of
わぬ本当
escape.
のチェックメイトを受けることになろう。前回そなたは消え
You were talking big last time, weren't you?
わらわを
So yet how, since you could never accept me,
これは
this will be
わらわ
eternal
を
torture that would
苛む
torment
永遠
me.
の拷問だなどと永遠を語る
Only
のは
witches who have reached the endless level can talk about eternity.
そなたにそ
You have
の
never
資
possessed
格
that
など
qualification.
初めからないわ。
黄金の隠し場所については櫛の肖像画の下に碑文にて公示されており
Inzo-sama has already publicly displayed location of the hidden gold within the epitaph under my portrait.
条件は碑文を読むことができるものすべてに公平に
The rules apply equally to all those who can read the epitaph.
黄金を暴け
Discover the gold, I shall return
私
everything
は
to
全
you.
てをお返しするでしょうそれではどうか今宵
Tonight, I ask that you enjoy your battle with Inzo-sama to
今
follow this.
宵が知的かつ優雅な夜になるよう心
I sincerely pray that
お祈り
tonight will
い
be
たして
both
おります
intellectual and elegant.
黄金のベアトリ
Beatrice the
ーチ
Golden. Amir finished reading the letter that Beatrice handed her. Everyone was at a loss for words for a while. And then they all broke the silence at once.
バカバカしい。
Ridiculous.
取るに足らない悪質ないたずらです。
What a worthless, vicious prank.
まったくだ
I agree
親
wholeheartedly.
父殿が当主の指輪を手放すなどあり得るわけがないじゃないか
There's no way that father would give up the hedge ring.
ベアトリチェ
Beatrice. Ah,
その名を語れば
let's just make a prank hoping that bringing up that name I was running around like headless chicken.
おいおいちょいとパンチの効きすぎたデザートを仕込んだのは
Come
誰な
on,
んだ
come on. Who's the one behind the dessert packing a little too much punch?
今なら喝采で
I'll
褒め
blow
て
on
やる
money
か
for you.
正
if you come
直
clean
な口をする
now.
よ ローザか
Rosa?
とんでもない
Of course
お
not.
父様の名を語るいたずらなんてしません
I wouldn't pull prank assuming father's name.
じゃあ兄貴か
Anarchy? Anarchy.
私
Aniki. Me?
バカ言ってんじゃな
Don't
いわ
be
よ
absurd.
兄さん
It
で
was
し
you,
ょ
wasn't it?
こういう悪
I
趣
mean, you
味な
could
仕
plan
掛け
something
は
this vulgar.
愚弄する気か。
Are you trying to mock me?
私こそお
I'm
前
the
た
one
ち
who
に
wants to
問いたい
question you.
このたちの悪いいたずら
Who
は
is
誰
to
の
be
仕
honest,
業？
Krause beat the table and stared at everyone. Since I included the children too, he scared them greatly.
お父様から財産の全権を任せられたと称する謎の人物か
A
ら
letter from a mysterious person who claims to have given full rights of others' assets.
そして今日がそ
Meaning
れを
at
話
this time,
し合う
Flynn comes
親
out
族
discussing
会議である
that.
と考えるといたずらだと決めつけ
I
る
think
の
too
が
hasty
想
just
定
called
だ
this
と
a prank.
わからんで
I wouldn't be so sure.
まさに
Really might be one of the father's vulgar
いたず
pranks.
らかもしれん自分抜きで遺産分配の話をまとめようとしているわし
I planned this to shock his bed, so we've been discussing the distribution of inheritance without him.
こいつを仕組んだのが親父だってんだ
Dad was the one who planned this. We can't take what Maria changes right out as a joke, right?
冗談ってわけにはならねえぞ
そうね
That's
文
right.
面通りに解釈
If
す
you
る
interpret
な
the
ら
contents literally,
これは
then
お
this
父
is a
様
test
から
from
のテスト
father.
ね魔女の碑文は私
That
たち
another
誰
witch
に
has
で
been
も解ける
staying
よ
on
う
for
に
quite some
ずっ
time now,
と
so
広
that
場
one
に
of us
掲
could
示され
solve
てい
it.
た告示期間は十分
There was plenty of notice.
最初に解けた人間に家督と全ての財産を割っそう言っている
They're
わけ
saying that
よ
first we
ね
solve it, we handed the headship along with all of his wealth, correct?
ほら私たちの魔法叶ったわ
See, our magic worked.
そんなバカな話はありません
Ridiculous. There is nothing of the sort.
後ろ宮家の次期当主が夫であることは
It's unsafe the fact that my husband become the successor to Shiromiya family headship.
それを揺るがすのがこの手紙じゃない
This letter is the very thing that shakes it.
この手紙は
This letter is a message from the
お父
person
様
who
に
gave
財産の
given
全て
full
を
right to all
全
of
権委任
father's
された
wealth.
人物からのメッセージなのよもはや兄さんの当主継承権は白紙に戻ったわ
Nissan's right to become the head has returned to a blank slate.
魔女の碑文を解いた者がベアトリーチェの黄金を見つけた者が後ろ宮家の次の当主になる
The
の
person who
よ
finds Peter's goal will become the next head of the Shiromiya family.
バカバカしい
Ludicrous.
その手
Are you going to trust the meaningless words in that letter?
その風浪が
That the seal was the real thing.
信用などできる
How can we possibly trust that?
ならお父様に直接話を聞いてみ
Then
ま
let's
しょ
try
うよ
going ask father directly.
もう機
We
嫌
are
が
at the level
悪
where
い
you
か
can get
ら
away with saying that his mood's bad or that he's not
そん
feeling
な
well,
次
you
元じゃ
know.
ないわよこの手紙はお父様の代理人である
The
こと
sealed
を
wax seal shows this
封
letter
筒
was
でちゃ
from
んと
father's
示して
representative.
それを疑うなら兄さんが証明しなさいよ
If you doubt that, then show some proof, Nissan.
この
Prove that this letter is not an expression of father's wishes.
よか
Very
お
well.
前の言う
This is just as you say.
もう親父の機嫌不機嫌の問題では
It no longer matters whether dad's in a good mood or not. Let's just go up and ask him directly.
そうしようぜ
Let's do it. We'll ask Dad directly.
親父だぜ
Dad is believing too here. Why do you have to choose this roundabout way?
まそこが親父らしいんだがな
Well, I didn't like him.
お父様の手紙だということを
I wonder if it's alright to talk like that. Taking for granted that it is father's letter.
バカローザ
Stupid Rosa!
お父様の手
It's
紙に決ま
obviously
ってんでし
father's
ょ
letter.
あの手紙はお父様のなのよ。
It isn't obviously father's letter. The letter was father's.
次期当主を私たち4人の
It
中から
obviously
選
he's
ぶ
given
た
the
め
four
の
of us an even chance to become the
決
successor.
まってるじゃない。バカ死ねこの役立たず。
Idiot! Die, you useless woman!
ほんとローザって頭悪いわ。
Rosa really is dumb.
へそでも管理し
Why didn't give up and die forever?
ごめんなさい。
I'm sorry?
そうよね。ごめんなさい。
That's right. I'm sorry. In the beginning, the Dotao doubted the authenticity of the letter. But after now realizing this was once life champs with the three siblings other than Krauss and struggled with inheritance, Eva had changed her position and claimed that the letter was authentic. Rudolph Rosa also realized that and agreed.
まったく
Good gracious!
そんなくだらないいたずらを大の大人がこれほどまで真に受けるとは。
How could you don't like you take such a worthless prank this seriously?
お父様でなくても呆れたい気持
Even
ち
though I'm not father,
よくわか
I
ります。
understand well his exasperation.
まあまあまあまあまあまあまあ
Wow, 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 wow.
夏さん
Naturally,
それはお
son,
父さんに聞け
aren't we
ば
just
済
ask
む話や
father?
ないか。お父さんがその手紙は知らんって一言言ってくれれば済む話やで。
Everything we find, Father Samuel mentioned he doesn't know about the letter.
兄さん
Ni-san.
責任を持ってその手紙は知らないという一言を
Take
引
your
き
son
出
to
す
get
の
him
よ
to。say he doesn't know the letter.
機嫌が
This
悪
isn't
そう
time to
だ
get
から
scared
っ
to
て
get in time
ビ
mood,
ビ
you
ってる場
know.
合じゃないんだからね。
いい年してお父様が怖いなんてバッカみたい。
Still can't see our father at his age. What an idiot.
へそかんで死んじゃえば。
Why doesn't he give up and die forever?
Oh,
Right.
はっきり白
He was urgent pain in black and white.
今頃は書斎で食事
We're
中
all
だろ
eating in his study right now.
一度箸を休めてもらおうじゃないか
Thanks, son. We had him rest his chopsticks for a moment.
決まりだな。
Decided. Let's go.
キリエはちょっと待っててくれ。
Gary, wait here for a while. We'll go check whether or not True and come back quickly.
ありがとう。
Thank you.
ゴーダさんがデザート
I will wait patiently for Goda-san to
の
bring
んび
the
り待って
dessert.
るわ。
The four siblings, Natsuki and Hideyoshi, also from the seats forcibly and flew out onto the hallway with a clatter. Afterwards, only ones left were the children, son completely speechless, Nanjo, who looked uncomfortable, and Kairi, shrugging. Oh. Maria, who had been at the center of all this turmoil, looked a little scared of the adult's sudden change. However, judging from her appearance, she didn't look like she realized focusing English to what she had just read out.
一体何事だってんだよ。
What? What in the world was that all about?
わけわかんねえぜ。
I don't freaking get it at all.
どいつもこいつもクソったれだ。
Shitheads, every last one of them.
そんな兄さんが欲し
Did
い
you
か
want the inheritance that much?
みんな
Everyone?
これは
It's our
親た
parents'
ちの問題
problem.
なんだ。 僕たちには関係ない。だから気にしちゃ
So
ダ
you
メだ。
mustn't worry.
そうは言ってもよ。
Yeah, if only it was that easy.
ああ、もうあから
We're
さま
so
に。
blatantly. I thought they were better than this.
欲の皮が
Showing off
突
their
っ張ってやがる。
greed. Ew.
みんなで幸
Everyone has
せ
to
になる
believe
って
together we'll
信
be
じ合わないと
happy.
ダメ。
Ooh, ooh.
そうだね。
That's
僕
right.
たちはみんなで約束したもんね。
You all did promise.
ほら、バトラ君もジェシカちゃんも。
Come on, Battler. Jessica Chan, you too.
最悪の気分だぜ。
I feel like crap. Couldn't accept it at all, but we laid down our arms for the time being. I know vaguely how filthy family conference is going to be this time. However, after that 6-year blank, I couldn't help being shocked. Seeing the children were completely dejected, Dr. Nanjo cleared his throat uncomfortably.
大人の話です。
It's an adult's discussion.
お若い皆さんとは関係のないことで
Nothing to
す。
do with all you young people.
忘れてしまいましょう。
So let's forget about it.
それができりゃやってるぜ。
If only I could, okay?
辛いのはわかるわ。
I know it's hard on you,
でも
but please forget it for now, for their sakes.
あなたたちの将来を
All your
少
parents
しで
are
も
fighting
豊かに
frantically
す
to
る
make
た
your
め
futures just a little bit
みんなの
brighter.
両親は必死で戦ってるのよ。そして
Please don't
や
look
が
at
て
your
傷
injured
つ
parents'
き
ghost
帰って
coat
くる
eyes
お
when they
父
come
さんた
back.
ちをどうかそんな冷たい目で迎えないであげて。
いくらキリエさんの頼みでも
You know your request,
それは
Kaori-san.
難しいぜ。
That's a hard one.
そう割り切れるなら
You can't be that cut and dried about it.
子供なんてやってねえぜ。
Be kids in the first place. Ew!
みんな幸せ
Everyone happy!
暗くなるのダメ
Can't get dark!
信じて
Believe!
みんなで幸せになれるって信じないと幸
Also,
せ
you
が
all believe we
逃げ
can be
ちゃう
happy, the happiness will get away!
みんなで信じないとダメなの
We all have to believe!
あ
Ew, 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 ew.
いい話ね。
That sounds good.
私も信じ
I'll
るわ。
believe it too.
私たちは幸せ
We
に
can
な
be
れるわよ。
happy.
キリエ
Ew!
おばさんありがとう
Auntie Kyrie's, thank you!
パトラとジェシカお姉ちゃんも信じて
Battler, Jessica One-chan, you believe too!
ベアトリーチェも
He's just always saying that magic won't have any power you don't believe.
いつも言ってる
Kyrie-san rose from her quick quietly, went over to Maria and crouched down so their eyes met.
キリエ
Ew!
おばさんが信じてくれた
You believed, Auntie Kyrie?
あとバトラとジェシカお姉ちゃんが信じないとダメ
二人とも強いもの。
They're both strong. They're both strong people.
すぐに元気になってそう
They'll
して
feel
くれる
better
わ
soon and
よ。
do that for you. Yeah!
それより教
More
えて
importantly,
ほしいの。
I want you to tell me. When Kyrie said that, Jessica, George, Anaki, Dr. Nanja, and I all listened closely. It all looks like your parents' mind filled by thoughts of grandfather. We want to ask Maria about something simpler.
お
Ooh?
何
What?
マリアちゃんにその手紙を渡したのって誰？
Who gave you that letter, Maria-chan?
ベアトリーチェ
Beatrice!
肖像画に描
The
かれ
witch
てい
drawn in that
る
portrait.
魔女の？
Ew!
傘と一緒に
She gave me this letter and an umbrella!
マリアのバラが
And
折れ
she
ちゃ
used
って
that to
た
fix
の
the rose that was
魔法で
broken.
直してくれたの ベアトリーチェは何でもできる
Beatrice is an awesome witch. She can do anything.
詳しく聞かせてくれるかしら。
Can you tell me about it in a bit more detail? Without even being allowed to wait for dessert, we were chased out of the room. I heard that, in the end, our parents were unable to get grandfather to respond. He had to be feeling pretty satisfied with the shocking strange letter given to his children, who had all been so infatuated with distributing the inheritance while he was still alive. I too felt like our despicable parents had gotten what they deserved in all this confusion. I couldn't really say I was feeling great. I felt all sulky. Grandfather entertained them for a moment, but it also apparently hadn't denied anything about the letter. Grandfather's name pops up several times in the witch's letter. If grandfather knew that someone was stealing his name, then considering his character, he probably would be mad with rage. But even though grandfather now knew the content of that letter, he had coolly ignored it. In that case, did that count as a silent yes? Auntie Eva and Dad have been trying to interpret the letter in their favor, their greed clearly visible. Wouldn't have mattered so much if that was all, but the adults had started focusing on Maria, who had received the letter. They kept pounding her with questions about who had given her the letter. Maria repeated over and over again that she got it from Beatrice, but there was no way a mysterious person like that could be mixed in with the others on this island. After all, this is a small island where no one lives except the Ishiromiya family. Maria kept repeating that she got it from Beatrice no matter how many times she was asked. Seeing that the adults felt like she was trying to trick them, so they didn't hold back and questioned her. She broke down into tears. By the time Maria was released, she had cried herself to the point of exhaustion. Our parents ordered us to go to the guest house and take Maria with us, and then shut themselves up in the dining hall and started getting louder and louder to discuss the inheritance. Seeing that, because of that strange letter, the possibility had arisen that Uncle Krause's ability to become the next head could be returned to a blank slate. In exchange for accepting him, my dad and the rest were trying to swindle Uncle Krause out of a load of money, or something like that. Jessica and I, both astonished, were both happy to move over to the guest house. We didn't want to be under the same roof as was filled with the adults, that had so filled with thoughts about money. George Oniki pleaded on behalf of our parents, saying that he wanted us to understand them. I understood his reasoning. No matter how filled these talk money was, it wouldn't go away if you just closed your eyes on it. But even so, how could they so blatantly degenerate into such money-grubbing demons? Maria had cried herself dry and was hiding in her bed. She hadn't even twitched for a while, so she was probably sleeping.
Maria-chan wa itai dare ni ano tegami o
Who in the
moratta
world
nda
gave
ro
that letter to Maria-chan?
ジョージ兄さん
George-san?
それはもう
You must
聞いちゃ
ask.
ダメだぜ
You can't ask that anymore.
マリアがベアトリーチェにもらっ
Maria
た
said
って
she
言
got
う
it
な
from
ら
Beatrice. Can't we just leave
そ
it at
れ
that?
でいいじゃねえかよ
これ以上マリア
We
を
don't
泣
want
か
to
せた
make
く
her
ないし
cry more than this. That said, we felt confusion that we couldn't clear away.
この島には今
There's only
18
18
人しかい
people
な
on
いん
this
だよ
island now.
そこにこの雨の中未知の19人目がマリアちゃんに手
It's
紙を
not that
託
in
し
the
て
middle of all this rain, an unknown
今も
90th
どこか
person
に
gave
隠
Maria
れてい
Chan
る
that
という
letter.
のは
It's now hiding somewhere.
正直
Honestly, it doesn't
現
seem
実
realistic
的
at
ではない
all.
ね
おそらくあの肖像画のドレスをシャノンあたりにでも
Probably
着てもら
Shannon
って
or someone put on a
う
dress
ま
and
くマリア
fortune
と
skillfully
口
planned
裏
his
を合
head
わ
time
せ
with
たってこ
Maria.
とじゃねえのかなもっともマリアの場合 あのドレスを見たらそれだけでベアトリーチェ
Although,
だと
of course,
信
as
じ
soon
て
as
ま
Maria
い
saw
そうだ
that
けど
dress, that might have been enough on its own to convince her that was Beatrice.
誰が渡したかなんて
Maybe it doesn't really matter who handed her that
かもしれ
letter.
ないな。大事なのは差出
The
人だ
important thing is who sent it.
要は
Point is that grandfather wanted to cause an uproar by assuming the name of the witch.
一波乱を起こしたかったってことなんだぜ。まったく人騒がせなじじいだぜ。
Seriously, that old geezer's good at riling people up. The truth is probably that our occult-loving grandfather was playing around. By choosing a dramatic way of handing the letter over to Maria, who shared the same habits as he did. Paying no heed, though, to the trouble it would cause Maria or the rest of us.
たくマリアの中心
Seriously,
な
messing
心を
around
持
with
って遊びや
Maria's
が
pure
って
heart.
手紙を渡したのが
No
誰でも
matter
いい
who
さ。
handed the letter over.
マリアがベアトリ
Maria
ーチェ
says
に
she
も
got
ら
from
ったって
Beatrice, so
言
let's
うん
treat it
だか
that
ら
way.
そういうことにしてやろうぜ。
同感だよ。
I agree.
そうしよ
Let's do
う。
that.
子供にとってのサンタクロ
Maria
ースみたい
Chan,
な
Beatrice
存
kind
在
of
が
like what Santa Claus is
マ
to
リア
most
ちゃんにとっ
kids.
てはベアトリーチェなんだろうね。
いない19人目もサンタクロースも
Whether it be a non-existent 90th person or Santa Claus,
俺たちが認めてやれば
as long as you accept that they exist, they will at least exist
マ
inside
リアの
Maria.
中ではいるということになるわけだ。なるほど。子供の夢
I
を
see.
守
It's
るため
important
の
to
嘘
lie
っ
to a
て
child to
大
protect
事
their
だな。
dreams.
お
Huh?
どうしたんだよ、ジェシカ。
What's up, Jessica?
まだ腹を立てて
Are
る
you
の
still
かな。
angry? Jessica had her hand on her chin as though she was thinking there was something that she just couldn't understand. When she called out to her, she came to her senses.
ああ、ごめん。
Sorry.
いやさ、
Well, actually,
実はマリアが会ったの
I was
は
wondering if it's possible that Maria actually
本
met
当にベア
Beatrice.
トリーチェだったってことがあるんじゃないかな。
そりゃどういう意味だよ。
What do you mean by that?
この島に
You're saying there's a
19
90th
人目
person
の
on
人
this
間が
island?
いるって言いたいのか。
マリアちゃんの言うことを心から信じたなら、そういう答えに行き着くだろうね。
If we take what Maria said to heart, then we do arrive at that answer.
いや、そういうのじゃなくて、
No, that's not what I mean.
昔からこ
I'm
の
talking about the
島
story
に
that someone we don't know
は
has been
私
living
た
on
ち
this
の知ら
island
ない
since
誰か
long
が住んで
ago.
るんじゃないかって話はあったんだよな。
住んでるってどこに。
Living, you say? Where?
森の中にさ。
In the forest. The adults were gathered in the dining hall, spending a very long time continuing the discussion that started by Beatrice's letter. Kraus strongly claimed that the letter was a simple prank. But he couldn't overturn the claim that Kinzo's failure to deny the letter was answer enough. That's my Kinzo's character. If he knew that letter had been written by someone else in his name, he would be mad with rage. With all the siblings doing that, Kraus had no choice but to withdraw his claim. Without even having to summarize it, the contents of the letter were simple. The person who saw the witch's epitaph would receive the headship and assets. This did a lot of damage to Kraus, who was thought to have guaranteed the succession. And for everyone else who had given up on that long ago, it was better news than he could have ever hoped for. However, there were some points that worried them. The person who solved the epitaph was not limited to a member of the Ushiromiya family. Taken literally, anyone, no matter how doubtful their origin, could succeed the Ushiromiya family. Furthermore, this meant there was a chance that all the Ushiromiya family's assets could be stolen by some unknown person. Had this letter come from the saboteur sent by Kinzo who called themselves Beatrice? Or is this a scheme of some unknown person trying to steal the Ushiromiya family's wealth? They still didn't know the truth. But they could say one thing for certain. Maria received this problematic letter today on this island. In other words, someone who was planning something related to that letter was on this island today. Is this person who set it up Kinzo, one of the 4 siblings? Or maybe some unknown person? No matter how much they suspect each other, they couldn't reach a conclusion. I think figuring with each other, they finally reached this extremely obvious conclusion that doubting each other was just a waste of time. We made no progress.
無駄な時間を費やしたものだよ。
We've just been wasting time.
そうね。
That's right.
兄さんが気づ
Now that
いて
you
くれ
realize
る
it, we won't
だ
have
けでこれ以
have
上
to
お
waste
ろし
so
なくて
much.
済むわ。
手紙の差出人がお父様と確定したわけではありません
It is
よ。
not certain that father is the one who sent the letter.
会話の成り立たないあなたに
As it
主
is
人
merely
が
had
呆れ
enough of you
果て
being
ただ
unable to hold
け
a
です
conversation.
会話が成り立たないのはどっちよ。
Which one of us can't hold a conversation?
私が何か言うたびにあなたはどう
You
なっ
keep
てば
yelling at me every time I say something.
そんな無様
You truly think that such shameful behavior is fitting for a member of the Ushiromiya family?
なのかしら。
予算かエヴァ。
You're gonna rest, Eva.
夏井さんも
You're too Natsui-san.
一度終わった
Stop
話
it.
やで。
That topic's finished for now.
一度ここで頭を冷やさない？
Shall we cool our heads off for now?
冷たいものでも持ってきてもらいましょうよ。
Let's have some cool drinks brought over.
そうね。
That sounds good.
頭を冷や
It's
した方
probably
が
wiser if we
賢明
cool our
さ。
heads.
あなたもそろそろ一服したくなって
Baby,
きた
don't
ん
you
じゃ
want to
な
go for a
い？
smoke too?
姉貴の機嫌が悪そうだからな。
Aniki looks like he's in... Aniki. You say she's in a bad mood.
一服の方
I'll
は
pass on that smoke.
だが冷たい方は賛成だ。
I agree about the cool
ロー
drinks.
ザ、
Rosa has
誰
a...
かに水を持
Have
って
some
こ
bring
させて
some water.
水差しごとな。
A whole pitcher.
わかったわ。
Alright. Rosa head over to the extension telephone in the corner of the room and called the servant room. She then passed on what Rudolph told her to the person on the other end. The vicious bickering up to now vanished like it never happened. Decided to continue to go to finish setting the table and retreat from the room.
他に何かご入り用のものはございますでしょうか？
Is there anything else you might require?
ありません。も
No.
う下がりな
Please
さい。
leave us.
はい、
Yes!
それでは失礼いたします。
And if you will excuse me,
何かございましたら、い
anything, call me at
つ
any
でもお呼
time.
びください。
At listening to the sound of Goda's footsteps disappear off in the distance, everyone took a deep breath at the same time to break the tension.
本当にすごい雨ね。
It sure is raining hard.
19人目
I
の
wonder if our
魔女
wits and
は
this 19 person taking
今
shelter
頃
in the
バラ庭園
arbor
の
in the
東
rose
前
garden about now.
で雨宿りでもしているのかしら。
I
どうかしらね。
wonder.
雨はしのげるかもしれない
You
け
might
ど
be able to avoid the rain, but
少し
it would be
肩を冷
quite
やしそう
cold.
ね。
謎の19人目の来訪者か。
Mysterious 19th visitor.
ちょいと推理
And very
小説
interesting,
っ
just like a
て
mystery
面
novel.
白い話やな。普通こ
I
の
mean,
手の
that kind of story
話
is
は
safe.
18人
Bet
の
that that
中
person
の
doesn't
誰
exist.
かが
That
語
one
っ
of
と
the
るだ
SA
け
team would be
で
faking it.
実際には存在せんと相場が決まっとるんや。
私は
I suspect Genji and the others.
やはりどんな難癖をつけてでも片翼のわしの使用人たちは全て解雇した方が良かったんです。
We should have found any excuse we could to dismiss all the servants of the one-winged eagle.
まあそういうの
Now, don't say
長
that.
く勤めてくれた恩も
You must be grateful for their long years of service.
もちろん気は許せんね。
Of course, we can't let our guard down.
兄さんもお父様の仕
So
業か
then you
どう
also
か
agree that
わか
whether or
んない
not father was behind this.
あの手紙を
The
マ
person
リ
who
アちゃん
handed
に
Maria
渡し
Chan
た
the letter
の
was a
は
servant.
使用人の誰かだろうという点では同意するのね。
Indeed.
何しろ私たちは夕食までずっと仲良く団らんをしていたじゃないか。
After all, were we all being friendly or being kind to dinner, weren't we?
兄弟全員にアリバイがある。
All the siblings have alibis.
マリアに手紙を渡せたの
Only
は
a servant could have handed
使用
Maria
人
that
の誰
letter.
かだけだ。
でも使用人の人たちもみんな
But all the
ベ
servants
ッドメイクとかで
so they were
忙し
too
く
busy with the
て
bed making to
バラ
spare
庭園の
have
マ
any
リア
time
のところへ行く
spare
余裕
which
な
they
ん
could
か
have
な
gotten
か
Maria in the
った
rose
って言
garden.
ってたし。
おいおい、じゃあ何だってんだよ。
Hey, hey, what are you trying to say then?
まさか
I'm saying that the witch of the forest Beatrice Summon came over and actually handed Maria Chan that letter, are
本
you?
当にマリアちゃんに手紙を渡したって言い出すのか？
ローザ
Rosa, you used to believe that so much that it really frightened you, right?
あんたまさかいい年してまだ信じてるの？
You don't want me to say that you still believe at this age, do you?
森の魔女
The witch of the forest. If she did exist, I'd love her to appear. No matter how much I wish she didn't appear before me even once. She didn't save me from my crisis.
まさか
Of course not.
でも
I just thought that since all 18 of us said we didn't do it, there really might be a ninth person.
本当に19人目がいるのかもって思っただけなの。
そんなんあらへんで。
That can't be. In the
Daichi,
first place, we were the only ones who came on that
dake.
boat. And once again, we're just gonna dismiss the possibility that someone was here before we came. Because I don't fucking know.
謎の乗船者なんぞ、わしらは姿も見
There's
た
a mysterious stranger running with us.
まさかこの荒海を泳いで
I don't
渡
think
っ
they
て
could
きたっ
manage
ちゅ
to
うん
swim across the
か
rough sea, right?
ちょいと考え
I
な
can't really imagine that.
理屈ではそうね。
Logically, that's
こ
true.
の隔絶
Because
さ
you
れ
would
た
imagine
島に
there's
招かれていない
a single hand on my
客が
desk
一
on this
人隠れ
isolated
ているというのは、でも
however,
どうもその可
Looks like
能
some
性
of
を
us
捨て
still
きれ
can't
ない人たちがいるみたいね。
bring themselves to discard the possibility entirely, doesn't it? Hideyoshi had laughed it off, saying that there couldn't be a 19th person. But Kairi had sensibly picked up on the delicate atmosphere among the four siblings. With the common sense, there couldn't possibly be any uninvited guests on this small, isolated island. I don't know where they gotten here, from where, and where would they be hiding themselves? And why wouldn't they appear openly, even though they had sent a letter in their own name? None of these could be explained. Considering that none of the four siblings joined in on Hideyoshi's laughing, they seemed unable to deny completely in their hearts the possibility of a 19th person.
キリエさん、
Curious, son.
誤解しないでい
Let
た
me
だ
make
き
this
たい
clear. Don't remotely believe in the
別
fairy
に
tale of the
私た
legend
ち
of the
は
witch.
おとぎ話じみた魔女伝説などこれ
The
また
talk
お
within
父
so
様を侮
father,
辱
is
する
it?
話ですか？それを口にすること自体がお父様への
Simply
裏切
mentioning
り
that
で
is
す。
a betrayal against him.
まあ、
Well, yes.
でもあのお父様ですもの。
However, this is father we're talking about.
あるいは本当に。
Is it possible that he,
ねえ。
you know?
私
I
は
don't know
何
anything.
も知らないわ。
What's this? Want this?
何を見
I
学
don't
に
got
な
some
っとるん
gloomy.
や。どういうことや。
What are you talking about?
つまり
Saying
魔女
legend
伝
or
説
witches
は
and joke?
笑い話でも何
But
で
a,
もなく
but a fact?
事実だっちゅうんか。 そんなアホな。
That's ridiculous!
もちろん
Of course, nobody leaves on such witch riding a broom and flying in the sky.
誰も信じちゃいないさ。だが
But, on that
肖像画
portrait,
の女ベアトリーチ
Beatrice may really existed on this
こ
island.
の島に存在したかもしれない。
秀吉さん、
Hideyoshi-san.
魔女とかの話よ。
Looks like we aren't talking to a witch but something a little simpler.
つまりこ
Let
う
me
い
see
う
if
こと
I
ね。
get this correct.
ベアトリーチェという名の愛
You
人を
all suspect that father and
お
Mr.
父
St.
さんが
Beatrice
この
living in
島の
secret
どこか
somewhere on
に
this
隠れ住
island.
まわせていたのではないかとみんなは疑っている。そういうことかしら。
Is it something like that?
お父様は自己を厳しく律する模範的な方
Father's
で
a
す。
paragon man, a model of self-discipline and restraint.
そのような汚らわしい
His
存在
complaint
を
to you
島
that
に
he
連
would
れ
bring
込む
something
な
so
ど
filthy
到
onto
底
this
考
island.
えられません。
Not she snapped at her immediately, but looked like the four siblings, even her husband Kraus didn't think that way. On the contrary, it appeared that they thought Kinzo was exactly the kind of person likely to attempt such a stunt. The existence of a mistress had Kinzo under her spell. Had been whispered of since the very beginning, when he had built the mansion on this island.
親父を尊敬してる夏日さんには悪いが、だいぶ昔からそういう
I'm sorry, Nazi-san. I don't know how much I respect Dad, but that rumor's been around for a long time.
親父は自分一
Has
人
read
で
the island by himself and built
この
everything.
設備全てを作れ。屋敷の中には親父しかわからない仕掛けや隠し部屋なんかがあるんじゃないかって。
I suspected from the beginning that the dimension might have some kin tricks or rumors that only need a dad.
俺たちの知らない秘密の屋敷が
It's always been whispered that hidden somewhere on this island there might be a secret mansion that none of us know about.
ずっとささやかれてた。
そうね。
Yes, it has.
地図上は小さな島かもしれないけれど、
You should owe me a
後ろ
family to
宮
live
家だ
on.
けが住むには広大すぎる島だわ。そして未開の森のどこかに愛人を住まわせるた
So
め
people
の
wonder
隠
whether he
し
might
屋敷
build
を
a
作
secret
ったか
mansion
も
somewhere in
し
this
れない
until life
け
forest for his mistress to
ど、
live
そう
on.
思われてたのね。ずいぶんスケールの大きな話ね。
That's a rather large-scale story.
最初はそれは
In the beginning, we used to say that might be somewhere inside this mansion.
秘密の地下とかがあったりして、そこに豪華な隠し部屋があり、あの肖像画の魔女が隠れ住んでるんじゃないかと。
There might be a hidden basement with a family's-in room where the witch in that portrait was secretly hiding.
親父の書斎の
After seeing that intrigue out along in Dad's study, it isn't too hard to imagine, right?
何しろ
Indeed, Father did spread the rumor that he hid a large amount of gold in some secret place protected by some secret mechanism.
吹聴する親父殿だ。 この屋敷とて
Not surprised me to
まだ
find
我々の
that
知ら
there
ぬ
exists some hidden rooms inside this very mansion that none of us knew about yet.
驚くには足りんね。
お母様は存命中。
When Mother was alive, she would often scour the entire mansion during period when Father was absent.
ルドルフが言ったことを
Mother always suspected that
お母様は疑ってたの
Suspected what Rudolph just said.
どこかに秘密の扉や階段があって、その中に金髪の愛人が隠れていると信じていたわ。
She believed that there was a hidden door or stairway somewhere and that his blonde-haired mistress was hidden behind it. It's hard to believe, but there are some actual examples of other countries of people cheating with someone over a period of several days and even live in a hidden attic. This was Kinzo with a mansion this extravagant. There's an endless opportunity to suspect the existence of hidden rooms.
六軒島の魔女伝説。
The legend of the Rokujima witch.
私の聞いてた話が未開の森に入り込まないようにって言って作
Well, I heard it
っ
was just a fairy tale. They would prevent children from entering the uncivilized forest by scaring them.
た。なんだかそれだけじゃない
It's
って
starting to sound like
気が
there's
して
a
き
little
た
more to
な
that story.
まあな。
「
まあな。
」
まあな。
「
まあな。
「
まあな。
」
まあな。
「
Well, yeah. You know, there's a long island without anything but the Ushiromi Manson family on it.
俺やローザがガキの頃は、そりゃ、雷雨の夜に森から聞こえてくる木々のざわめきに怯えたもんさ。その木々の間から、
It's crazy illusion that something weird might be looking out at us from between those trees.
なんて妄想。ガキだったら誰でも考える自然なものさ。
It's only natural for any brat to think something like that. Some people heard Rosa meet English claims and weren't happy to miss it as a kid's delusions.
ガキの妄想だろでは済まさない連中もいたってことなんだろうな。そうだろ、兄貴。
Isn't that right, Aniki?
私や兄さんはこの島に隠れ住んでいる愛人が
Nissan and I thought that by coincidence might have spotted Father's mistress. She had been living in secrecy on this island.
もちろん
Of course, mother did too.
古い使用人たちの中
Among the older servants too, you would often hear the ghost story about how the witch of the portrait wanders around the mansion at midnight.
というような怪談が語られていた。私はそれを表向き怪談として笑い捨てていたが、内心は秘密の愛人の存在を十分に疑っていたよ。
Well, they left that off as just a ghost story, but on the inside it's very much that referred to the existence of a hidden mistress.
となると、こ
In that
の
case,
島に
it's saying that
19
existence
人
of
目
an
の
19th
何者
person.
かがいるかもしれないってのは、全くバカバカしい話でも
And
な
not
い
be
って
completely
ことなの
ridiculous?
か。いや、むしろどこかにいるかもしれないわけか。
Hey, that they might actually be somewhere around here?
よくルドルフさんの言う悪魔
Sounds
の
like
証
the case of
明
that
というや
devil's
つな
proof Rudolph-san is always talking about.
19人目がいることは証明可能だけれど19人目が存在
It
し
might
な
be
いこと
possible
は
to
証
prove
明
that there is a 19th
不能
person, but it's impossible to prove that 19th person doesn't exist.
私たちは
We continue the
ベアト
discussion,
リーチェ
assuming
と
there
い
is a
う名
person
の
named
人
Beatrice
物
hiding somewhere on the
が島
island.
のどこかに潜んでいることを前提に議論を進めるべきなの？
危機管理の基本としては正しいな。
As the first time in Christ mentioned, that's the right way.
いるわけがないと思うよりは、いるかも
Probably
し
way
れな
more
いと
prudent
用
to say
心
that
す
she
る
might exist rather than think there's no way she
はるか
does.
にマシだろうよ。
そうやな。
I see.
すまん。
Sorry,
そういっ
I
た
was
用
a
心
bit
が
careless.
過ぎたわ。ローザさん、
Roseanne, sorry
さ
for
っき
laughing
は
at you just
笑
now.
ってすまんかったな。
Uh-huh. Oh, it's all right. I don't mind. Hideyoshi apologized even for not being conscious of danger, despite calling himself the president of the company. Silence fell again. They were hearing of the existence of a 19th person. They were accepting that some unknown person was sitting on this island. And this person might have something bad planned for them. It was only natural that it came with a certain degree of discomfort.
親父殿はかつて不意に
In
取
the
材を
past,
知らせずに姿
although
を
sometimes
消
suddenly
す
disappeared without telling anyone where he went.
何しろ
After all, he's a person who
静
appreciates
寂を好
silence.
むお人だからな。わざと所在を知らせずどこかの書庫に閉じこもっている
It's not out of the ordinary for him to himself away in some archive after a person not telling anyone where he was going to be.
しかし魔女伝説が愛人説にすり替わり、やがてそれはこっそり愛人のもとへ通っているのではないかと囁かれるようになった。
However, after the witch theory began to be refined, the theory about his mistress was already whispered that he was secretly going back and forth to see her.
末期のおふくろは
It was completely
疑心暗鬼の
overran with doubt in her final years. Not like just making a racket and asking the servant to look for
今すぐ
dad
親
and
父
me.
を探せ
Saying it was an
騒
emergency.
ぎ始めることがあったっけ。
あったわね。
Yes, that did happen sometimes.
晩年のお母様はそんな
Mother
こ
was
とば
always
か
doing
り
things
だっ
like
た
that
か
in her
ら
earlier years, and
未だに
in
その
that
怖
frightened
い
ass years, she
雰囲
hasn't
気が
gone
拭えない
away.
わ。今だから言える。
I can say that for certain now.
かわいそうな人だったわ。
She was a person to be pitied.
それでその
Now
大
that
々
all
的
the
な
results of
家
the
探
Moscow
しの
search of the
結果
house.
どうだったんや。何か見つかったか？
Did they find anything?
いいえ、
No.
隠し部屋はおろか、一度たりともお父様が発見されたことはないわ。
Not on a single occasion did they find a father, let alone any hidden rooms.
それから
Every time
だい
after
ぶ
a lot of
時間
time
が
passed, he
経
would
って
suddenly
から
show about somewhere.
とどこからか姿を現すの。どこかの書庫で昼寝
Then
し
he'd
て
say
い
that
た
he'd been taking a nap in some archive, or that
風
the
に誘
wind
わ
had
れて
called
浜
him
辺を
down
散歩
for
して
a
いた
walk
と
on
か
the
なんと
beach.
か言ってね。でもそ
There's
れらの
always some
場
place
所
where the
は
servants had already
いずれも
looked.
使用人たちが必ず探している場所。お父様がどこに
We
行
never
ってい
knew where
た
father
の
had
か
gone.
はいつもわからなかった。当時からお父様
By
は
that time, father
オ
was
カル
already
トに
famous for
傾
his
倒してい
adoration
る
of
こ
the
とが有名
occult.
だったから、一部の使用人たちは
So some of the servants exaggerated, saying that he might have turned into butterflies and danced around the rose
バラテーを待っていたの
garden.
だろうなんて嘘吹いていたっけ。
つまりお父さんは誰も知らないどこか
So,
へ
in
姿を
short,
消す
father
ことが
frequently disappeared and no one
頻
knew
繁
where
に
he
あったんだ。
went.
ああ
Yeah.
どんなに
We
屋敷
couldn't
中
find
を
him no matter how
探
much
し
we
ても
looked
見
inside
つ
the
からない
mansion. We grew increasingly of the opinion that Dad must
親
have
父は
gone
屋
somewhere
敷の外へ
outside
行
it.
っているのだろうという見解になっただが
There isn't much to speak of in the area outside of the mansion.
それほど大した場所はないとなると残るのは
It's only the expansive
広大な
forest.
森だそれで森の魔女
You
伝
tie
説
that
と
in with the
融
legend
合
of the
し
witch
て
in
で
the
きた
forest to get a
仮説
theory
は
like this.
森のどこかに
That actually
屋
been
敷
in
が
mansion somewhere in the forest.
そこにベアトリー
Inside a witch, the mistress by the name
愛
Beatrice
人を
lived.
住まわせて
Sometimes went to see her.
私も当時は若
I
か
was also young at the time.
親父殿
At
の
one point, I
裏
became
の
an
面倒
antenna
を
catching
抑
father
えて
cheating, and I tried to follow him when he went outside.
表へ出る親父の後をつけようとしたことがあるもちろん知って
I failed, of course.
親父は表へ
Every time Dad went outside, he was oddly intent on staying out of sight. And he was extremely cautious that he wasn't being watched.
それこそ異常なくらい
It was like that to a very odd extent.
だから逆に確信したよ
But that actually made me sure
家人に
might have been going out for some reason that the members of the family couldn't know about.
そら愛人のところへ出かけるんや。
And that would be me going to meet his mistress.
人目も
Only
忍ぶ
trying to
や
avoid
ろな。
being seen. Hideyoshi nod. After seeing Hideyoshi nod and say yes, yes, as though this was very obvious, Eva got a little sullen.
まあとにかく
Well, anyway,
西洋かぶれのお
sounds like
父
Lou's
様
sketchbook
が
in his father with his
自分
Western
の
recession
夢
could draw
を
out
ま
all
るで
his
スケッチブッ
dreams.
クに描くみたいに実現したのがこの島なのよ。すべてがお
Everything about
父
this
様の
this island was
思い
exactly how father
通りの
wanted it.
島。愛人を住まわ
It
せ
wouldn't
る
be
隠
odd at all
し
if
屋
there were
敷
some
が
hidden mansion for his mistress
何
to
の
live
不思
in.
議もない。
Eva's words spoke for what all the siblings had come to think. For a while, the room returned to silence again, and everyone listened to the sound of the wind and rain. Was there a hidden mansion on this island, and had Kinzo's mistress been living there and hiding for a long, long time? Every one of them had thought they were being too suspicious and had refrained from saying it for a long time, but it had been a common opinion that everyone shared. Harry, who had been listening the whole time with her eyes closed, spoke to no one in particular.
そのお父様の愛人の噂
How long
は
has this rumor about father's mistress been around?
この島に引っ越してきた当初からだから
As soon as we moved to this island, so about 30 years ago.
何しろ隠し屋敷の工事なんて俺たちが島に来ちまったら無理だろう
Think about it. We didn't thought we'd have a hidden mansion taking once we came here.
人とか機材の出入りがあるもんな
Even materials would have to be going in and out.
すぐにバレち
They
ゃう
found out in no time.
だから可能だとしたら俺たちが引っ越してくる以前
So, this was possible to have to been before we moved here.
多分
Well, it could have been built along with the mansion when we were still living in
この
Adawara.
屋敷の工事と一緒に住ましていたんだろうよ
お父様は家族生
It's
活と
probably appropriate to
愛
assume that he
人
had
と
the
の生
plan
活
laid
の
out from the
2
beginning,
つを
set
両
up a
立さ
double
せ
life
よ
with
う
his
と
family and his
最初
mistress.
から想定していたと考えるのが妥当なんでしょうね。 多分
I'm pretty sure that Mrs. probably went back to the days when we lived in
小田原時代にま
Odawara.
で遡るでしょうし。
だろう。
Probably.
親父殿が
If, as all it says, she's the sort of the best long ago that used to gain the funds to resurrect the new Shiromiya family. We could probably conclude they had a close relationship since Odawara at least. Odawara. The relationship chose enough for her to lend him a vast quantity of gold. I can't even imagine how old that relation must have been.
おそらくお父様が事業で成功
Most
する上
likely,
で
she gave father some invaluable advice to achieving success in business.
それに恩を
Sancho
感
thinks
じ
so, out of a sense of
その
gratitude
人
that
物が黄金
for
を
that,
与えてくれた
he
と
described
いう
it as
よ
the
うな
person
言い
had
方をしたと考
given
え
him
る
gold.
のは自然ですそうと考えれば
Thinking of it that
そ
way,
の
it's
まま
obvious that they
信
would
仰
have a
があ
close
ったの
relationship
は
after
当然
that.
でしょうそれはおそらく
And then debauched
愛
raised him
人
with a
という
mistress who
た
was
だれ
probably
た
raised
関
him with
係ではな
gratitude, the
く
person who saved the
後
Shiromiya
ろ
family
宮家
from
の危機を
crisis.
救った恩人としてに違いありません
夏木さんの言うのも一理あ
However,
るか
look
も
at it
わ
may
か
have
ら
some
ん
sense to it
な
too.
だが仮
Maybe
に
on
そう
that case,
で
isn't
も
building a mansion and
隠
having
し
her
屋
living it
敷
going a
を
little
作
too
って住
far?
まわせるってのはちょいと行き過ぎた話やろな恩だけで
Does
は
that mean there were some emotions in play beyond
感情
gratitude?
ちゃうか
まあ全ては憶測だ
Well, this is just speculation. First place, no one has ever found that hidden mansion.
誰も見つけたことがね兄貴はこの島を
Aniki, you plan to expand this island to resort, right?
その際に
Like someone onto it by chance in the process. Who knows?
案外
Maybe you'd even expect unexpectedly find some gold there too.
するかもな
お前はロッケン
You think Rokijimi's treasure island or
何
something?
かだとでも思っているのかね
とぼけないでよ
Don't play dumb.
兄さんがリゾート
I
開
thought you
発
said
と
your
称
opening
して
resort. We know it is a
島
government
の
posting
全
investigation of the
調査
entire
を検
island.
証しようとして
Okay.
たのを知ってるのよ例のトラブルのごたごたでできなくなっちゃったそうだけどね
Although it sounds as if, due to all that trouble and confusion we were talking about earlier, you haven't been carried out, of course.
なんだか知らんが誤
I
解
don't know what you're talking about, but you misunderstand.
島の調査はリ
It's
ゾート
very
化
natural
の
that investing in this island would be first step in turning it into a
極め
resort.
て当然のことだ
Kraus tried to play dumb, was playing obviously siblings who knew him so well. Kraus was definitely sure of the existence of a hidden mansion. Under the pretense of owning a resort, he had been investigating the island details, searching for clues to the location of the hidden gold. You can tell whether conviction was just him overthinking things or whether it was based on some physical proof. However, Kraus, with all his guile, was convinced. The siblings were simply convinced that there must be sufficient basis for it.
住んでるっちゅうのはそのまんま
Sorry about
お
a
と
witch
ぎ
living in a
話
forest
や
straight
が
out of a fairy tale.
森の中に誰も
A
知ら
story
な
about a
い
blonde
屋
haired
敷
girl
があ
living
っ
secret in a
て
mansion no one knows
金
about
髪
in the
の
middle of
姉
a
ちゃん
forest.
がひっそり隠れ住ん
Isn't
でる
much
っちゅうの
better.
も十分おとぎ話やな
そうね
Certainly.
シチュエーションだけだった
Thing
ら
on its own,
ま
the
るで
setting
童話
sounds just like some
み
kind
た
of
いね
children's story.
ローザそういうの好きでしょ
You like those too, don't you, Rosa? Yes.
この島に屋敷を建て
When the mansion was built on this island, follows at the height of his prosperity. Follows height of his prosperity. With his money, he could probably have obtained anything. Any of his illusions real.
森の中に
Men's of the forest where a witch quietly waits.
親父の好きそうなシチュエーションだ
It sounds like the kind of setting Dad would like.
だな
Doesn't it?
オカルトチック
It's
とい
not
う
even like
か
told or a fairy tale.
メルヘンチックというか親父の趣
It's
味
like Dad would be into that. This island where the Shiromiya family had lived on for 30 years now. A hidden mansion that no one knew about had been quietly built, and within it there lived a witch known only by her portrait. Even this hard-to-believe story. Even this hard-to-believe story might not be completely delusional, considering all of Kinzo's strange habits and his vast wealth.
お父さんがそういう夢を思い描いて
It might not have been possible for
隠
father
し屋敷
to
を
build a
建て
hidden
ること
mansion
は
to satisfy
不
just
可能じゃない
during.
かもしれないでも現実的
However,
な
let's be
話
realistic.
その隠し
When
屋
we lost
敷
our house, just beloved woman in the
愛
hidden
する
mansion
女
of decades,
性を不
without
自由な
becoming
く何十年に
inconvenient.
もわたって住まわせることなんて可能なのかしら
さあ
Well,
愛さえあ
if
れ
there
ば
was
可
love,
能
it could have
じゃ
been
ない
possible, right?
愛する女性が
Think
健
about
や
the
か
facilities
に
needed
過ご
to
せ
let
る
his
ような
beloved
設
women
備
live
よ。
healthily.
それもお父さんなりの
And
ね。
how a father would do it.
それはた
For
とえ
example,
規
even
模
on a
が
small
小
scale,
さ
it
か
would
った
have
と
to be
して
intricate
も
and pleasant
趣
residence.
向を凝らした快適な邸宅に違いない。そしてそれを維
In
持す
terms
る
of
に
keeping
は
you need
電気、ガ
electricity,
ス、
gas,
水道、
running water,
あるいは身の
as
回
well
り
as
の
some
世話に
possibly some
人
people to
間も
help
必
her.
要かもしれない。食事の世
And
話だって
providing her
大
meals would
変
be
でしょう
quite
ね。
difficult.
衣服や化粧
Getting
品、
clothes and makeup, daily
日用
necessities.
品。女の身の
The
回り
needs
は
of a
簡
woman
単じゃ
aren't
ないわ。
simple.
それだけのも
You
のを
have to maintain all of that without
家
any
人
of the
にも
family
使
or
用
the
人
servants
にも
noticing.
悟らせずに維持することって可能なのかしら。
そこまで言われると確かに弱いな。
Saying that way, it sure sounds like a weak point in our theory.
だがそれでも
That's enough to get rid of my feeling that Dad might have been able to pull it off anyway.
気持ちは残る。何しろ
After all, it is Dad.
親父だからな。
そうね。
That's right.
あのお父
It is
様だも
father.
んね。
お父様はやり遂げることは何
When
があ
father
って
had
もや
something
り
he
遂
wanted
げ
to
ます。
succeed in, he would exceed no matter what.
常人には
Saying that
難
would
し
be
いか
difficult
ら
for
無
a
理
normal
だろ
person
う
is
という
therefore
理由は
impossible. Doesn't
お父
apply when
様
it
に
comes
対
to
してだ
father.
けは当てはまらないでしょう。
Yes.
親父殿
You
に
never
関してだけ
underestimate
見
father.
くびらん方がいい。親父の狂
Dad's
気は
madness cannot be understood by
常人
normal
の思考で
people.
は理解にも及ばん。
You could rule that out with a boat trip around the island? Yes, but I don't believe these fuckers would have tried it, honestly. That sounds weird, but I don't want to trust them. I wouldn't put it past the Ushiromiya Kinzo. As long as that word could accompany his name and a considerable amount of credibility dwelt in any story, no matter how absurd. However, that didn't shake the importance of what Kyrie had said. This was different from stealthily raising a kid in a cardboard box that you made secret from your parents. Getting a person in secret over a period of 30 years would be a calculably massive task.
お父さんの黄金伝説は六軒島を取得する前からや。
That's our father's goat started before he gained possession of
と
Rokujima.
なると、
I mean, his visions go back over 30 years.
は30年以上ということになるな。ってことは今いくつ
How old would
な
that
ん
make
や。
her?
下手をしたらわしらと同じ
And the
か
worst,
そ
they
れ
should be
以
as
上
old as
の
us
年
or
齢
older,
とちゃう
right?
か。体にも
That age,
ボロが
the body starts to break
年
down.
頃のはずや。どんな屋敷
I
か
don't
知
care
ら
what the
んが
mansion's like.
人目に
I
触れん
couldn't
よ
call
う
him in
な
a place where
ほ
people's
とんど
eyes
軟
can't
禁
reach,
に近い
almost as
生
though
活
she were under
は
house arrest
そ
or
う
retrieval.
快適とは言えんやろな。
そうね。
That's
お
right.
父様が語
But father
る
told
ベア
about
トリー
Beatrice's
チェに
truth
つ
and
い
that
ての
relation
話
lasted
が
for over
正し
30
いなら
years.
その縁は30年以上。当時は魅惑
She
的
might have
な
been
若い
charming
女
young
性
woman
だ
at
っ
the
たか
time,
も
but
し
it's
れな
probably
いけど
appropriate to think that she's now an old
今
bag
は
like us.
私たちと同格のタフな食えない女と考えるのが妥当でしょうね。手紙の内容
I can at least imagine that, given the
それ
contents
は
of that
容易に
letter.
想像できるわ。
お前が言う
You should talk.
Past Lazo, blind to his own shortcomings.